Natalia and I am 51 years old now. My husband and I divorced when our children were grown. All the years of our marriage he was cheating on me. I always knew about it. It's not for nothing that I have worked in the agencies all my life. But for the sake of my children I put up with my husband's cheating and kept quiet. I had a best friend Masha. We were friends since high school. Masha divorced her husband when her son Sasha was very young. Masha brought up her son alone. We always supported each other and helped each other. Then our children grew up. My children went to school, got jobs, started their own families. And I was left alone after my husband left me for his young mistress. Masha and I began to talk very closely. Then drink tea in the evening, then on vacation at the Seago. And so we lived. And then Masha on vacation met with Michael. But her son Sasha was against their relationship. So Masha asked me to let her son stay with me for a while. Like, will they find a place for Sasha? I thought for a while and agreed. Sasha was always a very good boy. We got on well with him. However, Sasha has grown up now. He is 32 years old, but so far he hasn't got married. Anyway, Masha got Sasha a job at a firm that was close to my house, and Sasha moved in with me. We started to live together. In literally just a month Sasha and I became close. It happens so often. Well, a man and a woman can't just live in the same apartment. Our relationship we hid from everyone. No one ever even guessed anything. Masha only sometimes asked, and whether I do not interfere with her son. I answered that he didn't. Masha said nothing about an apartment for Sasha. And so we lived together for over half a year. And then I found out that I was pregnant. I knew perfectly well that I should have the baby too late, but it's time for Sasha to be a father. The age for this is just right. The news that I was pregnant, Sasha for some reason was not happy, but he did not insist on an abortion. In general, everyone soon found out that we have a relationship with Sasha and that I'm pregnant. Masha gave me a horrible scandal. We quarreled and stopped communicating with her. My kids took it more calmly, but they weren't happy about our relationship either. I understood Masha, but I just really fell in love with Sasha. To bear and give birth to a child at my age, it was very difficult for me. But I coped, and in due time gave birth to a strong and healthy boy. I really hoped that Sasha would fall in love with his son. But it didn't happen. We couldn't even choose a name for our son. In the end, I named my son the way I wanted, Kalya. I was the only one who took care of my son. Sasha didn't even come near him. He began to stay at work more and more often, saying he was very tired. I could see that both me and our son annoyed him a lot. When Kalya started to cry, Sasha would give me a real scandal. Then Sasha started drinking, and often told me that he wasn't ready to be a father, and he didn't need a child at all. I realized that I could lose Sasha. Then I figured out what I had to do. I decided to give my son to my daughter. Lenachka, take Kalenka to you. He's no stranger to you. And then you and your husband will have a child of your own. The kids will grow up together, and everything will be fine. Mom, I just wanted to tell you that I'm pregnant. I'm 3 months pregnant. That's great. You'll raise your baby and your little brother. Lenachka said she had to consult her husband. But Anton was adamantly against it. Your mother had a baby and wants us to raise it. What news? What nerve? The child, then, his own father does not even want. What do I need this child for? Let my mother-in-law raise her own child. You should have thought of that when you decided to have a child at that age. 6 months passed. Sasha left me. I was left alone with a little son in my arms. How hard it is for me now. After all, my son-in-law was right. Feelings are feelings, but you should always think with your head. Now I'm paying the price for my recklessness. Now I want only one thing. To live longer and have time to raise Kalenka. After all, nobody needs him but me. Not even his own father.